Well, just getting done feeding cows here now, and then this bunk here, this is the bunk that we had high moisture corn in, and it is now empty. So when we fill this bunk here is lower than the three that are above it, and we end up, and we got a little bit of a hill here by the hay barn. We end up digging a hole in the ground, and we run the auger up over the top of the wall. Grind the corn with a roller mill, and then we fill this bunk. So we've got this bunk empty now, and now we're going to have to open up that silo right there that's in behind the commodity shed. So after we get breakfast out of the way, we're going to run up in there, take the cover off of it. We actually got to set the auger up yet, and start rolling corn out of it. Well, this is what we have going on today. We've been feeding high moisture corn out of the bunk since December, I guess it's been. And that bunk is empty now. Now we're going to start getting corn out of this upright silo. There's about 860 ton of high moisture corn in this silo. We use this auger to auger the corn from the roller mill and put it into the bunk when we fill the bunk. And now we have it set up to take corn from this silo, and then we auger it right into the back of the commodity shed. And then we can dig the high moisture corn out of the commodity shed. As we're feeding cows, we're also running the silo. So we're going to get this auger set up, then we have to uncover the silo and lower the unloader. Now we can start running corn out of this silo, right, Bob? Alright, so we're going to see if we can get this pushed in there. The boys are spreading manure. I don't know if I'm going to need a hand with this or not, but we got to shove it in through the wall. So
got a skid steer too.
Yeah, we're going to need the skid steer to push the wheels over. Well, we've got it that far in, and then this is a pretty tight angle here. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the skid steer to kind of push the wheels over, kind of cheat a little bit. So we're going to get Andrew pushing on it, and then I can kind of keep shoving this end over. And then we need to put it right here. Go right underneath it. Okay, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Alright, you're under the tire. Now just keep coming. The tire will hit the back of the bucket. Okay. Back out of there.
I can't really.
You'll be able to back out. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Can I lift the bucket up?
Yep.
Can I go straight back or
Alright, hold up right there for a minute. We got to put this end on the pedestal. Okay, so we have that skidded over best we can right now. Now I've got a stand that this steps on, and then what it does is it gets it lined up with a spout, but then we're going to be close to the ladder. So we've got to get this stand on there. We got to kind of crank it up and lift it up at the same time because that window is only so big. So, yeah, jump out of the skid steer. Well, we've got the auger set up. Now we're going to run up top of the silo, and we're going to uncover it, throw the cover down in pieces, and put the unloader together. We just got to put the blower pipe on it. and get that set up. Then we can start rolling corn out of the silo, right, Bub? Well, you better get climbing. Tell me when you get to the top, and then I'll start on my way up through. All right? You gotta open that door there. All right, so we're gonna have him get climbing, and then we'll come up behind him and yeah, get started on it. All right, now we are in the top of the silo here, and it is settled. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's settled 5 doors, 6 doors. So we covered this with plastic. We leveled it off, and we covered it with plastic after we got it filled. Now we're going to cut this cover up into pieces, and we're going to throw it down the silo chute. And we're going to have to get somebody to lower this unloader down, and then we'll have to put the blower pipe and everything else on there. So we'll go ahead and get started here, right, Bob?
Got eggs.
Yeah, pigeon eggs and everything else up in here. Yeah. So this silo is 24 by 85. So we are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're 70 feet up. So, okay, we better get to work, right? All righty. Okay, this is what we've got done so far. I'm not going to save this cover, so I cut this up into 4 pieces, and that way I'm going to be able to drag all the crap to the door and not end up getting any of this crap into this corn, because this corn is in decent shape. There's, you know, it's good shape. So we don't want to spill any of this rotten crap on top of the corn. So we're going to pull it all, you know, bunch it all up, take it over to the door. Drop that stuff down, then drop the pieces down. Okay, so we've got a man down below. He's got the auger running, and we're just gonna dump the stuff off this plastic down the chute and into the auger. And then we can dump the pieces, let them go later on. All right, we've got all 4 pieces pulled and dumped. Well, we're in the doorway here. That went down the chute, and then we just used the auger to get it away from where we're working. That'll dump into commodity shed bay. We'll run the unloader after we put the unloader down. We'll skim some of this crap off the top. We've got a little bit of crud around the outsides that we've got to get, and then there's some spots here and there that have got some blackness to it, but for the most part, this is all nice stuff underneath. So we'll call Jaden, we'll have him shut that auger off, then we'll take these 4 pieces, we'll try to drop them down the chute. Hopefully we don't have too many problems and they just fall down and not get caught. It can be a little bit of a pain, but we'll see how we do here. So we'll get these 4 dropped down, and then we'll have somebody let this unloader down so we can start putting it together. We've got the blower gooseneck there that's got to go on, And we just got to swap some doors around. I haven't done that yet. I was going to do that earlier, but I didn't. Decided to get this done now. So we'll get that done, and then we'll lower the unloader. All right, so we've moved a couple of the doors up the chute, and then every time we take doors out, we just keep jumping them up as we go. And right now they're lowering the unloader. We got one of these guys here. Are you going to be getting off in here or what? I don't know if this guy's injured or if he's just guarding them eggs right there. But he's going to have to leave on out of here.
I think it might be a sheep.
Yeah. So, all right, so we have the power distributor that was sitting on the center of the ring drive itself. Moved over there, kind of just setting in place. Now, you can leave the power part of it, the spinner, on there and just set the gooseneck, blower neck, whatever, on top of that. But when I take doors down, I like to drop this hood down, and it doesn't allow you to drop it down far. Is it dropping it down, or when you, yeah, it doesn't let you drop it down far enough. So I find it's easier to just take the power distributor off. Now, our other cement silo has the distributor right on the blower neck. And this blower neck is a center fill. So it blows over to the center of the silo, hits that panel, comes off that panel. The spinner is spinning, and the unloader, just the ring drive is on the unloader, and the unloader spins around the silo real slow as you're filling it. That distributor spits it towards the outside. Now, the distributors that are on the silo chute there, they've got a cable that runs down the side of the silo, and you can flip that flipper up and down. One load, you blow it over to the far side of the silo. The next load, you blow it to the inside of the silo. That doesn't fill as uniformly as the center fill. However, the trouble with the center fill is guys have dropped a lot of unloaders, because if your power distributor gives up, all of the load could go right on top of the unloader. These cables here, it's only 1/4 inch cable. It's only going to hold so much. Is it quarter? 5/16 quarter. It's only going to hold so much, and you can drop the unloader. Several things could happen. Your belt could fall off the spinner there, and your belt could also come off the ring drive, and you could be spinning it all in one spot. It's just a risk that you have to take. I like this setup a lot better. The other thing you can do when you get full up towards the top, it has spun all the corn to the outside of the silo, and all the way around the silo you've got the corn high on the outside, and it dishes down to the center. You can send a man up in here, he can turn the unloader on and off, and then the corn will just come down onto that distributor, fall into the center of the silo, and you can keep moving the unloader around real slow to get the center to fill up, and then you haven't got as much to level off. A 16, an 18, or a 20-foot silo isn't bad to level off if you've got one pile here and one pile over there. But these 24-footers, if you have a pile all the way across the center, that's a lot of pitching to the outside. So we're going to get the blower neck on there, and then we're going to run it. All right, so we've got this all set up. And what we're waiting for now is we're waiting for Jared to set the clean chute in a 5-gallon pail, and then we're going to pull that up. Put that on a little clean chute funnel, that black thing there, and then we'll drop that down, have him cut it to length. And then we'll run it some. We'll stay up in here while it's running just to make sure that everything is good on it. And then we'll end up running 3-4 inches of crap out of here. Put that into the spreader. That way we're sure we're down into some good corn. But it is hot up in here, isn't it, Bub?
But
You stick your head over in that door right there, and man, you can really feel the cool air. So we're just about done on this job here. And we'll run her some, and then we'll climb down out of here. Alright, so we've got this clean chute on there. Now we're just gonna take this roll and we're gonna throw it down the chute. That didn't sound too good, did it? Alright, so Jared is down below. He's gonna cut that off to the length that it needs to be. And then we're gonna run this unloader for a little bit while we're up in here, just so that if there's any problems with it, we catch it ahead of time, right, Bob? This rope is all knotted. What's that? Hey!
So we'll have to clean out that door.
Turn the unloader on. Well, the auger might be turned on. Actually, it's the switch outside on the breaker panel for the auger, because he had that running earlier. Yeah, you can turn it on and off from inside after you turn it on outside. And make sure the silo is on outside too, and then run that from the inside. Yeah. Okay, there's the auger. And there's the unloader. Okay, keep the unloader running. Yep, keep it running. Now let it down some. Alright, that's good right there. This is a Jamesway tripod ring drive. This one's driving from this ring right here, and then it's got an auger that takes the cord from the outside to the center to a blower. That blower works just like the blower on a chopper. Then it blows it down the silo chute. So that auger is digging the corn off the surface, and then we lower the unloader as we feed this out. It takes about 7.5 minutes for this silo loader to go all the way around, and then we lower the unloader down in small increments. This unloader here's got a 10-horse motor on it. It'll really honk out the stuff. I gotta adjust my blower pipe there a little bit. He better crank it up or else he's gonna have her plugged. Better start moving raise it up some. We're starting to build a pile by the door. I've got to adjust that chute up a little bit, bring it a little higher. So what this ring drive has, it has a slip clutch on there. If it starts to develop too much of a pile, right at the auger, it'll just slip the slip clutch. Over to that other side. Over there. Crawl underneath there. Crawl underneath there. You're alright. There's some moldy crap around the outside of the silo. We dug down the outside, pushed the plastic down in, and that's just some moldy stuff. Continue to run it after we get down on the ground. It stinks a little bit up in here. This saw loader is 8 years old. Nice unloader. We put this silo up in 2012. It's actually from two silos, a 20 by 60 and a 24 by 60 that was on the Cummins farm. We had it torn down and then we had it brought back here to the commodity shed, and it was erected as one silo. Well, we're going to call Jared and we're going to start making our way down the silo. Hey, what did you think about this, bud? Is that fun? Yeah. Alright, now we're going to make our journey down the silo. It's always easier climbing up than it is climbing down, but Junior's going to find that out. So I'm going to go down first and he's going to come down in on top of me. And that way if he falls, I can catch him. Right, buddy? Yeah. You know what I used to do when I was younger? I didn't like climbing down that chute because we never used clean chutes. I would climb up the inside. I would shimmy across the tripod and jump out the door and go down the outside. That was kind of dangerous. One time I was going across the tripod, I was shimmying across the tripod, and there was a pigeon, and I whacked the pigeon with my hand, and that thing took off. I almost fell. The frickin' thing scared the hell out of me. And I never did it again after that. But high moisture corn isn't so bad. Yeah, you get dusty and whatever from the high moisture corn, but haylage is just the frickin' worst. But we don't put haylage in an upright anymore. If we put haylage in upright silos, we'd have to have about 100 of them. So we like using this silo. It holds 1,000 ton. We didn't quite get it filled last year because we wanted to get filling the bunk, and we only ended up putting 856 ton in here. So. But we never went back to refill it either, and if we went back to refill it, it would have held that other 150 ton. So we're going to get Junior on out of here, and then we're going to run some crap out, and then we'll be able to get into some good corn here. Well, we are down on the ground now safely, so I'm going to make sure we don't tell your mother what we are having you do, right? Yeah, she won't know. She won't know nothing. Alright, so we're going to run some crap out of this silo. We got to clean up our mess here. We're going to sweep up this crap and yeah, get it down into some good corn. Well, that's going to do it for this video. We got some good corn coming out now. That'll be a good start to get started with feeding in the morning. And then the beauty with this silo is it's right here and I can run it while I'm loading the mixer wagon. Our control panel and the power winch is right in this one bay here. And we can turn the saddle loader on with that box there. And then the power winch is up on that panel there, so we can run everything right from here, and it makes things easy. So with that being said, folks, that's gonna do her. I'd like to thank you for watching, and we're gonna catch you at the next video.